Looks like I needed the cavalry after all. Maybe going solo was a bad idea.
You knew you had no chance of winning. Why did you even try?
Fang and Vanille, I guess. I knew it was stupid. But the pillar is getting eaten away bit by bit. I can't just stand by and watch. Not when those two are in danger.
You couldn't just sit still and wait for help, could you? Typical.
Hey, I do what I do, all right?
You're the worst of them all. I hate your kind. You think you're everyone's protector, everyone's hero, but who do you save, really? Do you even realize how useless you are? Do you realize what you do to the people you're supposed to protect?
Now you wait just a damn minute. You've been looking after Sarah. And back in your own time, you protected your village and your friends, am I wrong? Seems to me, you and I are pretty much the same.
No. You don't get it. You don't know anything. You're wrong, we're not the same. I couldn't protect anyone.
No? You know what, forget it. Maybe you're right. You've got to survive. Because if you don't, then neither will anyone you love. Listen, I'm sorry I charged in on my own.
Snow,
I guess what I'm saying is, you keep looking after Sarah for me, okay?
Snow? What's happening?
My time is up.
Wait, but we resolved the paradox.
Maybe that's the reason. The timeline is correcting itself. Things that don't belong in this era are disappearing. Snow is a contradiction. He comes from a past that no longer exists.
No! Stop it! I won't let you go!
Sorry, Sarah. I can't be with you here.
No! Please don't leave me! I can't lose you over and
It'll be
over.
okay. Heroes never die.
Secret. But how? No!
This is what it means to change time.
Why did he have the brand? Who made snow on the sea? Why?
He might not have been forced. Maybe it was something he asked for.
Not in a million years! Who would be insane and stupid enough to do that?
What if you needed to protect someone, and you could only do that with the power of the Lassie?
Everyone knows what happens to Lassie. Succeed or fail, they're doomed.
Snow only cares about the people he's trying to protect. Damn the consequences. Damn himself. If it means helping my friends, I'll gladly become a Lassie. Sound like something he'd say?
And you hate him for that.
Yes, I hate him. But I understand it.
That's it. I've decided. Snow is always putting himself in danger, trying to save others. So, I'm going to save him. When I became a Lassie, he did everything he could to help me. Now it's my turn. I swear, I won't stop until I find him again.
Okay. And I'll make sure you do. He asked me to look after you, remember?
When two people part and go their separate ways, their memories split as well. Some people wish they could go back and be together like before. Others look forward to the day they can meet again. Sarah, the future is yours. Follow your path. Don't stop now.
Cocoon should hold now, for a while longer at least. The rest will have to leave to Hope and the other researchers. We might not be able to reach it. It's not a problem for our... Over there, Mom. You got this. Great. Okay.
Shall we?
Let's.
Will you allow this?
It is not for me to decide.
and memory, frozen in crystal, Sarah and Noel emerge from the gate at the entrance to an extravagant palace. But with the doors firmly locked and no sign of occupants, the two are forced to return.
Another detour?
It's easy to get lost when you leap across time, Kupo.
We can go back to the gate anytime. Let's take a breather.
Oh, thanks.
Say, Sarah. You remember when you told me that you saw lightning in me, in your dreams?
Kupo?
Yeah.
Are you still having them?
No. The last time I saw lightning was the night before we met. Although, I've had lots of dreams about what happened the next day.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
All right. My turn. I want to know about Yule.
I don't know anything about either of the Yules you met.
What do you mean? She could be a time traveler, right? Just like you and me and Snow.
I don't think so. She's like a reincarnation. A new Yule born over and over. In each generation of the Farseers, a girl with the same face, the same powers born. That girl is always called Yule.
So you're saying every age we travel to, there's a different Yule waiting? A Yule from Erba and a Yule from Yasha's Massif.
But they're all different. And neither are the Yule I knew. Although it took me a long time to actually start believing it.
Kupo.
Noel, I've been thinking. If we keep traveling through time and resolving paradoxes and changing history, doesn't that mean the future you come from will change along with everything else?
Perhaps it'll become a future where I never existed.
Is that possible?
Sure it is. But it's okay if it does. There's too much sadness in my world. Your future. It'd be better if it never happened at all.
Kupo.
Well, come on. Let's go. We've got a date with Lightning, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kupo?
Something looks different from the last time we were here. Mog, is this even the same place?
This is the void beyond, Kupo. It's just one of the many shadows of Valhalla to be found, Kupo.
So it looks similar, but it's really a separate world. That's why there are all these little differences.
Makes sense. Let's go see what changed. Idiot. Cha-ching. A throne without a ruler. I wonder who used to sit here. A goddess? Or some other deity? Over there, Ma. Cha-ching. Go.
Koopa, 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 Koopa.
And away. Nice. A throne without a ruler. I wonder who used to sit here. A goddess?
Time and memory.
This field exists only for battle and death. Conquerors of the war, tyrants reborn, mighty warriors from every age gather here to clash in the unending struggle for victory. With the elements alive, this realm will then welcome your arrival. But now is not that time.
So what do you think all this is supposed to be for, anyway? You said something about a place of war, right?
Something like that. In any case, let's get out of here before we have any more close encounters.
In 400 AF, the Academy is the de facto government. Their crowning achievement is academia, a magnificent city which surpasses any that existed on Cocoon under the fal'Cie hegemony. The man that laid the foundations for the project was Hope Estheim, the leader of the Academy in its formative years. Science has progressed to the stage where mankind is able to build its own artificial fal'Cie. Powered by this proto-fal'Cie, human society flourishes like never before.
The power to influence the future. The power to alter destiny. Such an ability may, if one was not careful, change a person's fate for the worse. Such power was never meant for mortal man. There are none who possess the wisdom to wield it. Sarah, you must seek out your own answers as you waver at the edge of despair.
Wow. How do you build something like this?
little bit at a time, I guess. It probably took a lot of people working together over decades, maybe even centuries, to make this city what it is now.
They had a vision for the future, and it grew from there, huh? You know what, Sarah? I used to think the only way to make a better future was to change something right away, and here and now. But creating something for people to build on, that's not a bad idea. Right? Even if it can't be completed in one lifetime, it's still worth starting. If you believe that someone in the next generation will take up the same ideal, then the dream lives on.
That sounds like Hope's way.
I wish she could have seen it.
You mean? She's very special to you, isn't she?
She was, but I couldn't protect her. Oh. Huh? Who did this?
Not a human. Only Fal'Cie have this power.
Going our way,
Stay here and wait to get ready.
Threat level Sigma. All sections of academia on high alert.
What threat? I hope they're not talking about us.
The bots must see us as intruders.
That can't be good. We should look for a way to slip through.
This terminal's on. Shall we do some snooping?
Snoop away. We can't fight back if we don't know what we're facing.
Stand by for instructions.
Who's closing things up?
I don't think it is a who. This is all the work of...
Nothing first. Thought it'd be harder.
I'm working on restoring the network. The database is being flooded with corrupt information.
Corrupt information? Is that a side effect of the paradox?
That's the current theory. At this rate, it won't be long before the entire network is infected.
Is there anything we can do to help?
There is. The paradox seems to be spreading from our topographical databanks. If we can replace this section with the correct data, maybe we can stop the corruption.
And we can help you do this?
Yes, you can. What we need is data from places that someone has physically visited. We need area maps that are 100% confirmed.
Thinking about the sea makes me so sad. They used to be regular people, you know? They lived their lives just like you and me. Well, not exactly like me, of course, since I'm not human. I feel so blue. But I might feel better if you buy something. Thank you kindly. I hope my shop is helping people in some way, no matter how indirectly.
They're taking up position in front of the wall. Nothing first. Stay focused.
That guy must have been the gatekeeper.
Guess so. Now we know how to get past the rest.
Get him! Get him!
Let's work!
Take this! Take this! Get him!
This'll get it!
System malfunction. Deactivating barricades.
Not this way.
Over this! I think we're trapped.
I think you're right.
Get him!
Finish it off! All right, we give up. We won't fight anymore, so why don't you show yourself? Caius.
Pretend to capitulate and buy yourself time. It's not a bad strategy.
You've got no reason to fight me, Caius.
Wrong. You are the enemy. You are contradictions in the timeline. I have every reason to eliminate you. 200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence. But now you stand before me alive and well once again. What can that be if not a paradox?
Towers and forbidden histories? What's he talking about? Could it be something from the future?
Could be. Maybe at some point we travel 200 years before this time and encounter Caius there. But I don't plan on letting him kill us.
There is no mistake. You are one and the same. distortion, a contradiction.
Caius, this is unlike you. If we were in your way, why not just stop us yourself?
A fitting sacrifice was required for you to comprehend your transgressions. To that end, I enlisted some assistance.
Sarah!
Level Omega.
Killing her? Why? Why would you...
The Coonsfell were like that too. I wouldn't think twice about sacrificing human life.
Thought it'd be harder. And we're the only ones who can sit. Can't stop now. It's just with... Focus! We don't go down easy.
Everybody run!
I'm not good at holding back.
What is that?
Be ready for anything. The goddess must like it.
Your very existence poisons the timeline and invites disaster.
He really is convinced we're the cause of this paradox, huh?
Vermin, if this tragedy is to come to an end, no trace of you can remain in this reality.
Caius, we gotta catch him and make him talk. Take it. true history? Which part was that?
The Beast here as enemies because of something that happened in the past. So we travel back in time and find out why.
You mean go back 200 years to look for this tower? Okay, let's find a gate and figure it out.
Hey, do you think there could be a gate on the far side?
Did Kaya smash the bridge to block our path? If he thinks that's gonna stop us, he can think again. Damn it. What's his deal? Is he goading me on or just toying with me?
I'm here for you. Take this! Sorry. We can do it!
Appreciate it!
I'm here for you. Go on.
I needed that.
We can do it! Sorry.
Thought it'd be harder.
Chasing him? Take this! Get him! Thanks, buddy. Get him!
Scram! Be ready for anything!
Get him! Take this! Get him! Take this!
I'm willing to take that risk. We need to find out.
Take this! Get him!
Keep him guessing!
Identification error. Identification error.
Finish it off! Thought it'd be harder.
Maybe we should leave. Then come.
That won't fix anything. The city would... We want to change the future.
Get him!
Let's crush it!
Get him!
Sorry, buddy. Good call.
Take this! Get him! Thanks, buddy. Take this! Get him! Take this!
It's hard. I wasn't... Way to go, Sip!
Here! No! Here!
Good call!
Let's celebrate just... Take this! Get him!
Another pack. You? Are you okay? No!
No!
Give me a hand! Sorry.
Take this!
Focus! Let's do it!
Get him! Take this! Get him! Take this! Thanks, buddy.
Finish it off! Let none escape! Let's do it! You will...
No! Look out!
I've got it! You'll lie!
I saw death. If I were to live, it would bring contradiction to the timeline.
But why?
It's because of us. Just like Kaya said, we're causing a paradox to occur. Because of that, Yul has to... She has to...
Caius is not here.
You mean he's not here in the city?
Yul, hold on, please!
No, I am not the Yul you once knew. But thank you.
For the love of Etrel, don't thank me. An artifact from you.
She's showing us the way.
Yeah.
Papa. gate is up there, Kupo.
Yule saw everything, you realize that? She knew exactly what would happen today. There was never a time she didn't.
But even so, she didn't try to avoid her fate.
It's the law of the Farseers. Seers must not change history to save themselves. Because if they do, they can doom thousands of others to a worse fate instead. How about it? Ready for the truth?
The law of the Farseers. It's a terrible thing to live by. Because to obey it means someone has to sacrifice themselves. Lightning, tell me, is there no way for us to save everybody? Noel and I are traveling through these gates because we believe we can change our fate. But even as we do, I can't forget what Yule said. She said Caius isn't in this city. But if that's true, who was it that we met here?
Augusta Tower is the central information processing facility of the Academy. The entire edifice is occupied by the machinery of an artificial intelligence that possesses unprecedented processing power. It also houses the Proto-Fal'Cie project, an ambitious plan to create a man-made Fal'Cie. Here too is recorded the forbidden history, although no human survives to remember it.
Yule wanted us to come here.
The gates link places and eras that are connected somehow. Do you remember the forbidden history? The one Caius was talking about? I'll bet we'll find some clues here.
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence.
Could this be the tower?
First off, we need to find out exactly where we are.
Time to gather some info. And there's a terminal, right?
Paradox effect detected. Emergency lockdown in progress.
Let me guess. We just got locked in this room.
Let's check the computer. Maybe there's an override command.
Paradox effect detected. Emergency lockdown in progress. Threat detected. Emergency lockdown in progress. Thank you for accessing the Academy datanet. Welcome to the Academy datanet. The Proto-Fal'C project was begun in 13AF under the direction of the Academy. The objective was to develop an artificial Fal'C in order to re-levitate Cocoon. The project was proposed and designed by Alyssa Zidell and directed by Hope Estime.
Do you realize what this means? The Academia Fal'C must have been built by Hope.
He needed the power to float Cocoon.
Vanille and Fang. He did it all for them.
But then Caius took control of the artificial Fal'C. And now we need to find out why.
Outer perimeter now accessible.
We're free to leave the room now, right? We don't have free run of the place just yet, huh?
Nope, still some locks that need unlocking. Bet we can do that if we find some more computers.
1. 6. 1. 2.
Thank you for accessing the Academy datanet. Welcome to the Academy datanet. Welcome. You have access to the Academy datanet.
Was that us? From before? This machine can show different eras.
He might have been watching us from here the whole time.
Do you mean Caius?
If that's who he really was, the Caius we met in Academia seemed different to me. I don't think he was the real Caius.
How could you tell?
We used to spend a lot of time together. We were both guardians. Warriors who were charged with protecting the Cirrus, although I was young back then, just starting out. Anyway, he took off, left me and Yule on our own. I couldn't protect her, not by myself. Then, when there was just me left, a portal appeared. I went through it, and next thing I knew, I was in Valhalla.
You met them there, didn't you? My sister, and Caius.
I don't know why I keep running into him wherever I go. But I do know he wouldn't sacrifice the Cirrus. It's not in him. There's no way he'd allow Yule to come to harm.
Well, we've got to find him. Yule brought us here, and we have to help.
Yeah. Not again. It's so frustrating.
What's wrong?
I'm missing some of my memories. I'm trying to think about what happened after Caius left us, but I can't remember how Yule died. But I remember her face. I remember it like it was yesterday.
All areas now accessible.
That was Caius, right?
So he is here. But is he the real Caius? Over there, Ma. There he is. Now we grab him and find out if he's the real deal.
We have to be careful. This could be a trap.
There must be some way we can get across.
Why don't we just try this?
The circuits are tangled with another age, Kupo.
It's being jammed by a paradox.
Maybe we can fix it with a key from another time.
Kupo!
Over there, Ma.
Bad luck, Kupo!
You got this. Cool.
Time.
Found the capsule in the ruins. The reports say you handled that thief in the ruins. Could be this paradox effect.
Go. Great.
You're gonna be cheering for me tomorrow.
The Academy was created by the Provisional Government. Its mandate was clear: to replace the Foul Sea with science and modern technology.
Somewhere there's another communicator with the same ID.
giddy.
In the year 20 AF, the Brescia ruins suddenly experienced an influx of monstrous intruders. A paradox was thought to be the cause, but before an investigation could be launched, the situation was already out of hand. The government all but abandoned the area and appealed to the general populace for possible solutions. The ruins crawled with mercenaries and researchers looking to make names for themselves in what had become an unregulated, lawless district. As the situation continued to deteriorate, all attempts to stem the invasion ended in wasted time and resources. 300 years have gone by since that paradox first appeared.
It looks like another paradox appeared in the Brescia ruins, Kubo. The number of monsters just keeps growing, and the military's in a tizzy trying to cope, Kubo. So the government is asking civilians to help out, Kubo. Of course, the three of us are going to help, Kubo. Nothing makes us happier than lending a helping hand, Kubo. The more we help, the more the government will pay for our trouble, Kubo. I've already made room in my pocket, Kubo. Kubo?
We're getting paid. I wonder how much. But what are you gonna do with all that gil anyway? Got your eye on something?
I'll figure that out once I have the gil, Kubo. First we have to earn it, Kubo.
Hey guys, it looks like we're not the only ones interested in the rewards the government has to offer.
With this many monsters prowling the area, all we can do is take them out one at a time, starting with the ones in front of us. According to my extensive research, there should be some kind of device that's been recording the biology of these monsters for some time now. If only I could find that valuable piece of equipment, it would certainly make dealing with the monsters a lot easier. You mean you'll do it? You'll help me look for the recording device?
What's going on? I'm gonna tell you something. It's true that I used to be part of the military, but now I'm a mercenary. People around here call me a commander, but I'm not sure I live up to that name.
All right. Best package. Here. Sarah. I'm counting on you. Sarah. Take charge!
How's this?
No!
This'll show you. Try this. Try this. Let me help.
I'm in trouble. Is that it?
Kill him, Mark.
This'll show you. Thank you. Let me help.
Ready, go! Payback time! All right.
Try this.
You want me? Payback time!
How many of you clear sweat?
I wonder why people waste their efforts picking off monsters one creature at a time. I know a faster way we can get rid of them. We just need a lot of explosives, enough to blow up the entire ruins. I'm having an explosives expert look into it now. If you happen to run into a mercenary called the Commander, can you let him know that I want to speak with him? Don't forget, his nickname is the Commander.
I think you guys took a wrong turn somewhere. The kiddie pool is that way.
Good work, everyone!
Looks like the sky won't be clear enough. How could they let this happen? Everyone around here is useless. Another day, another batch. If only the government had taken it serious.
I'm in trouble.
No!
Let me help. Try this.
I'm in trouble.
I got you.
I'm in trouble. I owe you. I'm in trouble.
Wait! Try this.
Thanks. I'm in trouble. Perfect. I'm in trouble.
Wait! Let me help.
I owe you one.
years ago, a never-before-seen paradox effect haunted the Yashas Massif. The disappearances of numerous Academy staff members were followed by the discovery of strange floating orbs. Something terrible had happened, but no one knew what it might mean. A method to reverse the paradox was never found, and with the passing of the years, the Crimson Spheres simply became another part of the scenery.
Something is happening in the ruins of what was once the most prosperous city in the world. Many of the scientists and researchers who came to investigate the site have gone missing. And when they do, ominous sphere-shaped objects appear in their place. Mog seemed to know all about the orbs. He told us they're called the Rubies of Grief. They're manifestations of the remorse and sadness left by the unlucky souls who disappeared into the paradox. The orbs resonate with a powerful emotion sealed inside. What kind of message are they trying to tell us?
Hey, Noel, do you feel that?
Yeah. It's like someone's talking to me inside my head.
What you heard were the voices of the tormented victims who disappeared into the void beyond, Kubo. Their grief and anguish remained here, Kubo.
I get it. So that's what that was. Is there anything we can do for them?
I'm with Noel. Let's help them find peace so they can go to a better place.